Is this movie going to get made?
Yeah, I think this movie will definitely get made. Actually, movies getting back up on the shelf happens quite frequently in Hollywood. You really have to have all the stars aligned for a movie to get made. You have to have the studio, the writer, the director, the actors, all has to come together at the right time. So I suspect that this movie definitely will get done. Looks like it's probably going to be on the shelf for a little bit, but maybe Universal will come back. But it's too big of a story. Steve Jobs is too big of a name, and you've got Alan Sorkin, associated with the movie, with the script. So that's a lot going for it.
All the stars align indeed. Emily did this great interview with Aaron Sorkin where he talked about that this is a movie sort of unlike any other where the lead actor has to carry such a heavy load. Is that the kind of thing that might make the studios, when they're examining the business, all their bet is really on one single chip and one single number, all their chips on one number, I should say?
Yeah, that's true. And, what we've seen in Hollywood really over the last 5 or 6 or 7 years is that the A-list stars are less likely to carry a movie than they did in the past. It used to be you could just sign up a Tom Cruise or someone like that, and the movie would just be a guaranteed hit. But we're seeing less and less of that now. So Hollywood's getting, a little bit, they're getting a little bit more conservative when it comes to a new movie, a new concept, a new story, as opposed to the tried and true kind of franchise movies, whether it's the Marvel movies coming out of Disney or whatever. So getting an independent story out there is tougher than it's ever been, and it really depends on getting, a top A-list star to carry the movie.
Speaking of that Aaron Sorkin interview, I do have a clip from there where he talks about just how proud he is of this script in particular. In fact, he told me he thinks it's his best ever. Take a listen.
This is the first time I've felt at the end of a script like I wrote exactly the movie I wanted to write when I was starting that. I got to the end, and it managed to get from my head to the piece of paper intact.
So obviously he's pretty excited about it, but first Leonardo DiCaprio, then Christian Bale, now Sony. Paul, how long do you think it'll take before we actually see Jobs in theaters, if indeed we do?
I think we'll see it in the next couple of years. Again, I think there's a lot going for this movie, and it just takes the right studio to put the right pieces together. So I think this is something that we will see. This won't be something that'll be on the shelf for too long, in my opinion. So we'll see if Universal can get it done. If not, I'm sure some other studios will certainly try to bid on it.
Paul, has the movie industry changed really quickly? Has it changed so much that these kinds of movies that are less sort of action movies, superhero, whatever, are having a tougher time in the box office, or is it easier for them with these from certain studios?
It's really much tougher to get something made these days if it's not part of an existing franchise, such as a Marvel franchise, for example, or Transformers or something like that. Because these movies have to play globally. They don't just have to play and make money in the U.S. They have to play all around the world. So you have to make sure that whatever you're bringing to the theater, whatever you're going to greenlight in Hollywood, has to play not only in Middle America, but all around the world, and that makes it tougher.